it was a complete 48, and that's something we've been preaching all year. And you just see the growth in the players, decisions they're making. And if we made any threes whatsoever, it wouldn't have been as close as it was. But that's going to come. But the execution, defense we played, I think they had 8 points halfway through the fourth quarter, so our defense was solid. And, we executed offensively, got the looks we wanted, but now we got to knock them down.
Any update on Marvin?
Not sure. He's going to have people look at it tomorrow and see where he is. I doubt if he's going to play in OKC.
Okay. Cade Cunningham, once again, shouldering the load. Obviously, Isaiah just had some nice things to say about him. You guys have all been saying some nice things about him tonight, though.
Right. I don't want it to go to his head. That's not just. No, but the young man's growing. He knows how to score with the ball. They double team him. He did a great job of passing out of the double teams. He did a great job of attacking the rim, taking the shots that the offense gave him. Just can't say enough about him as a player, the decisions he's making. But that's growth. From beginning of the season to now, he's a different man.
And then Isaiah coming in, providing the boost that he did, obviously coming back from
the second unit, the entire second unit came in. I thought, of all people, Kelly Olynyk did a heck of a job defending Embiid in the low post. So that's something that was there. Kelly does a good job of really quarterbacking the offense outside when things get bogged down, when they try to take the ball out of Cade's hand and Killian's hand. He did a good job of moving the ball. Guys were cutting, and it's hard to guard. The ball was moving around, so it was good to see.
And then finally, you guys have been playing in such close games over the last, week or so. Hadn't seen the results. Maybe how good does this one feel to?
Well, win, lose, or draw, Justin. The thing is, we finished. We didn't have any big lulls throughout the game. They didn't come out third quarter and punch us in the mouth. We met their intensity. So that was good. And just the consistent production all through all fourth quarters on the offensive end and defensive end is what we're looking for. And like I told the players, forget win, lose. We want to take that momentum into the summer, take it into the fall to training camp, and let's bring it back next year so we know what it feels like.
You talked about Livers' basketball IQ in his sense of the game. I thought a couple of plays tonight he came to double one time and got it forced a jump ball. And then that hustle back to break up the layup with 3 minutes to go. Yeah. It's kind of indicative of what you see.
No question, IQ. That whole second group were very skilled. They were about the same size, 6'7". Even though Braxton didn't make shots, I thought he had some heck of defensive plays and decisions. So that's what the league is about, that perimeter type player and skills. And at some point, if we make threes, Keith, we'll shoot 28% and still won by 8. That's pretty good. But when they'll open and start falling down, that's when we'll really grow up.
And yet it was the threes that got you over the hump. Isaiah hit the one and Sadiq hit the one.
Timely. They were very timely.
Yeah. Talk about what Cade and Marvin also going back in there are giving you in terms of playing with the Hurts.
Was that Cade?
Yeah, Cade and Marvin.
Yeah, both of them. Again, Cade was not 100%. I thought he played through a lot of pain in his back. And just to mention it, he's just growing. Every game he shows you something new, a new play, a new execution. For him to go in there and score over Embiid the way he did off of one leg. We were always preaching going in playoff 2, and he did it off one, which is unorthodox against a 7-footer. But he's bringing something new to the table. And then even Marvin, I thought Marvin, before he got hurt, was playing well, defending Embiid. And then Isaiah Stewart, I think he set the tone in the first half with his screening and his defense on Embiid. So it was all team effort. Everybody that went in contributed.
When we talk about the success Cade has had, we don't really talk about the pace in which he plays. And I can't really think of who it's like. He's very Cade.
Yeah.
Just the pace. It's it's not slow, but it's meticulous. Is he just fundamentally skilled when it gets to the pick and roll and getting guys on his hip?
The key thing is, James, he goes at his own speed. He doesn't get sped up. Very rarely people try to double team him. He's used to that now. Early in the year, he was probably thrown in the 15th row, but he's grown and gotten used to the game. Has slowed down for him. So his gait is we all have to get used to it because he doesn't go at a speed. But then that next gear he does use is quick. And so It's a talent. It's an it factor that he has that I've always said he has, and he's showing it now. And again, he's nowhere near a finished product, and this gives you a lot of optimism how high he can go.
And to go back to Isaiah Stewart's defense, it seems like a lot of teams start games trying to initiate that switch, and then it kind of dies down as it goes. And for a young guy not to be as fidgety as he is when he's on an island, is that pretty unique?
Well, it's also to his advantage. His speed and quickness and his foot speed and his size is to his advantage, because now when he's out there in a position with a stick hand where we call it up, that guard has a harder time trying to measure, okay, how high do I have to have it? So he's thinking also, and his feet are constantly moving, and he did a great job not fouling. He was the only guy that didn't foul a three-point shooter. Everybody else fouled him. And he didn't go for take the bait, got to the side the way we wanted to challenge it, and did a good job of challenging. So, again, another area of growth for him.
Dwane, K, of course, his performance early was a big reason why the Pistons were in striking distance. But for Sadiq to come in the fourth quarter, catch fire, score 10 points, is that kind of what pushed the team over the top?
No question. He had struggled a little bit before that, and then he stepped in the fourth quarter. Just another area of his growth. A lot of times guys that don't have it going through three quarters, now they bounce back. They don't bounce back in the fourth quarter as a young player. And he did tonight and made some good play. He made a couple of defensive plays of what we call stunting and gaps. He had a couple of those. He did a good job of crushing the double teaming and beat on the low post. So just a lot of good things. But the key thing, though, we did it for 4 quarters. We didn't just do it for 3.5. We did it for 4 complete quarters.
Now, you mentioned the shooting, didn't shoot great tonight, but for Livers to go 3 for 4 off the bench, just how much does that help keep things afloat?
Huge. We just got to have more of it. I'm greedy. We got to have more 3-point shooting, and for us to shoot 28% and we got up 35, which is a number we like to have, 35 to 40. When we start doing that, it makes everything else much easier. You don't have to grind it out as much as we had to tonight, which we'll take, but you want to make it a little bit easier.
And then you talked about Killian before the game, playing with swag. He was a team high +16 tonight. But just the way he's finishing inside the arc, being more aggressive in transition, how much does that help him just get more comfortable?
Huge. He's just growing. I'm so proud of him, the way he continues to grow, play with that little swag. And again, it's his 82nd game, I think somebody said before the game. So this is his first season, so to speak. And he's coming. Now the last thing to come around is his shooting. It is much better. But his vision, the way he sees the floor, is very uncanny. And he's a great compliment to Cade. And neither one of them are finished products. They're young pups.
Dwane, could you touch on Livers' defense as well? There were a few plays where he ended up on his beat and held his own, and then there was a play.
He held his breath. I thought you were going to say he held his breath. No, he did. He did. No, he did. He did a good job. He's bigger and stronger than you think he is. And he did a good job when he got switched off on him and down low post.
And then also he lost his balance on 1 3 that they were going to shoot right in front of your bench.
Yeah.
But he didn't give up, and he got back there and he got the hand up.
He sure did. He got back, and then he ran one down and got the steal. We lost it on this end. He went back and kept pursuing the play and got a steal in transition. So young man, just, stay healthy, and he's going to be a huge plus for us going forward.